Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Wednesday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We're in game 2 of the Western Conference first round playoffs for our Phoenix Suns road to the NBA Finals series, and we're leading the series 1-0 over the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we won big time last episode, which I will have the link to the video in the description. And we had won by 70, and we won by 75 points the last episode. So that's really impressive to see. Now I can't wait till game 2 of this series. So without a further ado, and Devin Booker was the player of the game last episode, by the way. And without a further ado, we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see ends at tip-off. Alright, so the OKC Thunder are going to be wearing their orange statement uniforms for Game 2 of the Western Conference first round. On the other hand, the Phoenix Suns are going to be wearing their purple icon uniforms. So without a further ado, we'll see ends at tip-off. It is tip-off time here at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, and it looks like the OKC Thunder have won the tip-off, and they did. So Leigh-Wentz Dort is going to pass it over to Derek Favors. He gets that in for 2 points, so it's now going to be a 2-0 Oklahoma City Thunder lead. So now we got some Devin Booker going to drill this in from behind the arc. That is now 3-2. And it looks like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander losing the basketball, and Leigh-Wentz Dort is going to pick it up. So now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's going to get this one in for 2 points. So it's now 4-3. So I'm going to use some Mikal Bridges, the Villanova product, going to drill this in from behind the arc. That is now a 6-4 Phoenix Suns lead. So now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander losing the basketball there. Mikal Bridges picking it up, makes that nice slam for the Suns. So it's now going to be an 8-4 Phoenix lead. So now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander losing that basketball, and he's going to pick it back up. So now Gilgeous-Alexander gets that in there. So it's now going to be 8-6. So now going to pass it over to Devin Booker, the Kentucky product. Drills this in from behind the arc, so it's now going to be an 11-6 lead. And now Josh Giddey has possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it over to Darius Bazley. Makes that dunk in, so it's now going to pass it over to Devin Booker. I think he had 12 threes last episode in the victory. So Phoenix is up by 6, so now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to pass it to Leigh-Wentz Dort, and Dort gets that in the paint there, so it's now going to be 14-10. So both teams are at 100% field goal wise to start off this game. CP3 going to drill a 3 from behind the arc, so it's now 17-10. Going to pass it over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So now Gilgeous-Alexander loses the basketball. Josh Giddey going to pick it back up. So now Leigh-Wentz Dort makes that dunk. So it's now going to be 17-12. I'm going to use some Devin Booker in some action. Going to knock down a 3 from behind the arc. So it's now 20-12. So they're going to use some Leigh-Wentz Dort. And losing the basketball, it's gonna. I thought he was gonna get that backcourt violation in, but no, he did not get a backcourt. So now Mikal Bridges picking up that steal, gonna pass it off to Devin Booker. Booker gets this one in for 2, so it's now 22-12 with a minute 4 seconds to go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander losing that basketball, then he picks it back up, and he loses the basketball. CP3 going to pass it over to Devin Booker. So Booker makes that nice slam dunk. The Thunder take a timeout. Alright, so now Cameron Payne, he's going to pass it over to Aaron Holiday. And now it is JaVale McGee, the former Los Angeles Lakers player, getting that one in for 2. So it's now 13.8 seconds to go. And we are up by 22 now since McGee makes the steal and the dunk at the same time. What will the OKC Thunder do now? And there is a foul there. We'll see in the second quarter. All right, we are up by 25 points. So 17 points off of turnovers and 10 fast break points for the Suns. So now Devin Booker gets this one in for 2. So it's now 18 points for Devin Booker. He had 16 in the first quarter. And you're going to pass it over to Isaiah Roby. And then Darius Bazley gets that one in for 2. So now 39-14. So Devin Booker has possession of the basketball. There is a foul there on Isaiah Roby. So now this means that Devin Booker will go to the free throw line. He makes that in for one of them. Will he get it in for the second one? Yes, he will. So it's now 41-14. We're up by 27. And they lose the basketball. I'm going to pass it over to Devin Booker. Makes that nice slam dunk. So it's now 43-14 for the Phoenix Suns. So now the Thunder, they're going to attempt a 3 there. They missed that opportunity. Devin Booker knew he was going to get that rebound in time, so he dunks that in the paint. So it's now 45-14. 24 points for Devin Booker today, 4 from mid-range. And the question is, could he get at least 60 points tonight? So now it's 47-14. Devin Booker with 26 points today. And Devin Booker makes that steal. He's going to pass it off to Cameron Payne. Booker with the assist. So it's now 49-14. So Thunder losing that basketball, goes out of bounds. The Thunder still have possession of it. So they're going to dribble. Trey Mann has the possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it over to Williams. Makes that dunk once at it. And now we got Devin Booker on the court. And now let's see if he can make a 3 happen for the Suns. Yes, he will get a 3. 52-16 at the moment. So now Trey Mann losing the basketball. And it is Devin Booker who makes that steal. And it goes back to the OKC Thunder. And Mikal Bridges makes that steal. Goes out of bounds. The Thunder have possession unexpectedly. So it's now 52-16. This is Western Conference first round. And the Suns have been really red hot. And he drills it in from 3. And now the Suns have made 7 more 3-pointers than the Thunder. And now Devin Booker's going to get this in for 2. So it's now going to be 54-19. 31 points for D-Book. 15 points were in this quarter. Now Josh Giddey has possession of the basketball. Makes that layup in there. And now our bench is outscoring the Thunder bench by 13. So now Devin Booker gets that one in for 2. So it's now 56-21. 16 points in the first quarter for Devin Booker. All of them were perfect. He had a perfect triple 1-0-0 there. And now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going to pass it off to Dort. And then Gilgeous-Alexander. We still have possession of the basketball no matter what. And Devin Booker's going to knock down that 3. It's going to happen anyway. It's now 59-21. So now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the possession of the basketball. And Booker is going to make that steal happen. So it's going to be 61-21. And after this last play, it looks like leg went against Dort. After the next Suns possession, we are going to go on halftime break. Misses that shot, so I'm going to pass it over to Devin Booker. So now D-Book, he is going to knock down a 3. Loses the basketball. Mikal Bridges picking it up. This is a great way to end the first half, by the way. All right, halftime is over. Devin Booker, 6 for 6 from behind the arc, 38 points in all from the first half. So now he's going to make a mid-range shot, gets this in for 2. Now he has 40 points in all. So he was game MVP last episode. And Derek Favors going to pass it off to Josh Giddey. And then Legwin Sturt going to pass it over to Gilgeous-Alexander. And then Josh Giddey losing the basketball there, and Devin Booker's going to pick it up. I'm going to pass it over to DeAndre Ayton. There's a foul there. It's on Derek Favors. It's a shooting foul. So now this means DeAndre Ayton will go to the free throw line. He makes that in there. So it's now 70 to 21. So now Gilgeous-Alexander is going to pass it over to Dort and then to Josh Giddey with the possession of the basketball. And it looks like Josh Giddey, where is he going to pass it to? Derek Favors makes that nice slam. And it's now going to be 70 to 23. So I got D-Book on my mind. Go pass it over. Make a 3 from behind the arc. So it's now a 50-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. So now Langwinus Dort has possession of the basketball. Where is he going to take this to? Going to make a dunk. And it's now 73 to 25. Langwinus Dort with 6 points already. Cam Johnson with the slam dunk. So it's now 75 to 25. So we're up by 50. So we were up by we won by 75 last episode. Drills it in from behind the arc. So it's now going to be 78 to 25. So we won by 75 points last episode. 125 to 50. So now Derek Favors gets that in there. As soon as we get our 81st point of the game, then we're going to take a break. Going to pass it over to Devin Booker. 80 isn't bad, but once we get up to like 82 or 83, our next possession, then we're going to take a break. So they're going to do a lob pass. Gets it down there. So it's now 80 to 29. And now Devin Booker knocks down a 3. We're going to take a break. Alright, it's now 91 to 35. Going to pass the ball around. Going to use some Devin Booker. Knocks down a 3. Misses that. And it's now 6 seconds to go in this third quarter. And they're going to knock down a 3. They missed that opportunity as well. So it's now 91-35. And we are advancing on to the fourth quarter. Alright, your State Farm assisted game is coming right up. Devin Booker going to pass it off to DeAndre Ayton. Scores that in the paint there. So now it's the Oklahoma City Thunder that have possession for the fourth quarter. So now Theo Mation going to pass it over to Isaiah Roby. And they're going to pass it over to Robbie and then back to Wiggins. So it looks like Wiggins is going to pass it over to Robbie and then Mation. And they got it in before the buzzer beater even hit. So now was going to pass it over to DeAndre Ayton, but that turned out to be a steal for the OKC Thunder. And now we have revenge. So I'm going to pass it over to JaVale McGee. Gets that one in. So it's now 93 to 37. So now the Thunder are on the court. They're going to use some elusive talent. They got Theo Mation losing the basketball. Elfrid Payton making that steal once at it. He's going to make a dunk for the Suns. So it's now going to be a 95 to 37 lead. So now Theo Mation going to pass it over. Gets that dunk in there. So now Elfrid Payton's going to pass it over to JaVale McGee. Gets that in for 2. We're going to do a depth chart substitution here. Alright, so we did a depth chart substitution here. We're going to use Devin Booker to knock down a 3 for our 100th point of the game. So it's now 100-39. So can Devin Booker score 70 points on my UCP3 using an assist on Devin Booker, making that dunk there? And it's now going to be 102-39. They're going to pass it off to Matillon. So now CP3 has possession of the basketball. The Wake Forest man going to make that layup happen. So it's now 104-41. And we've only missed one field goal, actually. And now Theo Matillon, he's going to pass it over. And Matillon's going to knock down a 3. He makes it in, so it's now a 60-point Phoenix Suns lead. So I'm going to use some D-book and some action. Going to knock down a 3. Misses that. DeAndre Ayton picking up that rebound offensively. And it's now 1:21 to go in the 4th. And the clock's winding down pretty fast here. And there is a foul. We'll take a break, and we'll see you guys when it comes to 24 seconds left in the game. Alright, so now Devin Booker has possession of the basketball. I'm going to pass it over to Mikal Bridges, knocking down that 3. Makes that in there, so it's now 112-44. And now there's 12 seconds left. And Theo Matillon makes that recovery, so they're going to pass it over to Wiggins. 4 seconds to go. I don't think they're going to make this in, and they don't. So we win for the 2nd straight game. We're going to go over statistics right now. The final, Phoenix 112, Oklahoma City 44. Devin Booker, 61 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals, 6 dunks on the day. Player of the game, by the way, JaVale McGee, 14 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Mikal Bridges, 10 points, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 dunk. Chris Paul, 8 points, 5 assists, 1 steal on the day for him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 11 points, 1 assist. Lagwinette Stewart had 3 dunks, 8 points on the day, 1 assist. Derek Favors, 8 points in all, 1 rebound, and 3 dunks on the day. That wraps it up. We'll see you in the next episode.